ready for step 3. And you see I've still got 2 balls in my hand, but we're not quite yet ready for the 3 balls. And what I'd like to check is how you're doing with the 2 balls and letting them fall on the ground before I go further. So what I would like to know is, are you getting both the balls through the middle? Is one falling left and one falling right? And what's also important is that you're not passing the ball, you're not doing this sort of thing. What's important is that one ball is going under the other. So what I mean is this, watch again, it's going under, the second ball is going under the first ball. What some people, a habit they get into, is they throw the second ball over the first ball, like this. That is not good. So if that's happening to you, then I want you to go back to, take one step back, go back to the 1 ball throwing, and then pick up the 2 balls again and start the process all over. It's really important that both balls go through that midpoint, about 20 centimeters above your head. And it's really important that you keep your eyes focused there. Relax, let the balls fall, and the rest will follow. Now if that is all working well for you, so both balls through the middle, 1 second ball under the first, and 1 ball left and right, then we can move on. And it's time then to give your thigh muscles a bit of a rest. Because what I want you to do is, first of all, let 1 ball fall into one of your hands, and if that's going well, then we let the second ball fall into your other hand. Like this, here we go. Super. Dan gaan we naar de second, and then we're going to the second ball. Both balls through the middle, second ball under the first. You notice you never throw the second ball until the first ball is at that midpoint. Don't throw it too early, because otherwise you'll get this. And don't throw it too late, because otherwise you'll never get to, you might be able to juggle 2 balls, but you'll never get to 3 balls that way. So always throw the second ball as you see the first ball at that midpoint. What we sometimes notice with people at this stage is that they're throwing the second ball much lower than the first ball. They'll be doing it like this. Now, that's not going to make it very easy again when you get to 3 balls. If that's happening to you, take a step back and throw the balls, both balls, but let them fall to the ground again. And focus exclusively on getting the balls at the right height. Another thing we see, I mentioned that already, is the second ball being thrown over the first. Again, if that's happening to you, take that step back and let both balls fall to the ground until you got to the point that both balls are being thrown to the midpoint and the second ball, is going under the first. Another thing, and the last tip for now, is we sometimes see people throwing the second ball in front of them. So you get this effect. Now, that's okay with 2 balls, but if you get to 3 balls and you're still doing that, then people are wandering all over the room like a drunken person. And it's amusing to see, but it's not great juggling. So if that's happening to you, what I would suggest you do is turn to face a wall. Preferably a plain wall, and stand about, say, 1 meter from that wall, and then practice throwing the balls in front of the wall. The fact that that wall is there will automatically forces your brain to send messages to the muscles so that you start throwing again in one or in a 2-dimensional plane. Now that's all the tips for now. Once again, I can't encourage you enough to really practice this. anything in life you wish to do, if you want to become better at something, it takes time, it takes energy. You put energy in, later you get the energy out. It's the sort of things we teach all the time in our Drive Your Talents and Drive Your Energy programs when we're talking about work-related talents and so forth, but it applies to anything in life. So go for it with a passion, enjoy the practice, enjoy making mistakes, you learn from those, and keep rerunning this phase of the video to make sure you learn from the tips we're giving you. Have fun!